Ronnie.
Back for another video. It's been a moment since we've done one, but there's a lot of things happening. You know, the same old spiel. We come on here and we talk about everything that's going on, but we did want to, come back and do a video. Turn the fan off. So what are we talking about today, baby?
Okay, but first, belated Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, we didn't
forgot all about the New Year. Missed out on the holidays.
We didn't do a New Year video. We didn't even do a Christmas video. Things was that deep. So, Happy New Year to everyone. Your holidays were nice. Well, it's still in January, so people will be saying Happy New Year up until March.
Not to get off the subject, but is this a faux pas? When do you stop saying Happy New Year?
I just said that. When I was working, people still say New Year in March. Happy New Year.
Okay, March. I think I agree with this other guy. He said 2-3 weeks in January, it's over.
I agree. And this is the third week in January, so you can still say Happy New Year. You may not have met everybody or, met your friends or everybody you want to say Happy New Year to. So to me, the cutoff is February 1st.
March is way too late.
February 1st, stop saying Happy New Year, as far as I'm concerned. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So today's question with our video is America a racist country? And the reason why we came up with that, it was actually my idea because I was watching the news, and Nikki Haley, who's running for president on the Republican side, she was asked by a reporter, because she's a woman who is, I want to say, I believe her parents came from India. So the whole thing came up with color, and she was asked if in her experiences being a woman of color, basically, if she thought America was a racist country. Her response was no. So kind of blew all up on the news and stuff, and I've seen like 3 or 4 different stations that were running different things on it. So that's really the question we have today, and we want to get everybody's feedback, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be on one side of the fence and a lot of people are going to be on the other. So we want to get all your comments and stuff and get your input. But to me, I'm going to lead off by saying, Ronnie, is America a racist country?
Now, when John posed this question to me, he was setting it all up for me to be on the opposite side. He thought I was going to say, hell yeah, it's a racist country. My question to that is no, and I'm going to tell you why. That's a generalization as far as I'm concerned. Does America have racist tendencies? Yeah. Are there racists in America? Yes. Racist people in America? Yes. But is the country by far racist? I gotta say no, because look at how far black people or people of color have advanced. Would we have necessarily had a black president if America was racist? See, and that's the very thin line that you cross, because I think a lot of people were upset with her when she said no, and there's a reason. You haven't quantified that why she said no. The reasons are that yes, there are tendencies where people are racist. There are racist people in the country, but is the whole country as a whole racist? I gotta say no. So I think, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, I think she answered the question how it was delivered. So people want to pick it apart. You can come in and chop up things and, swing it up in the air however you want to. But I think, it's like, you're on the chopping, the food flying all over.
Kind of like what I do with the cat. No, I'm kidding.
Like you're at, some kind of, what is that food, that restaurant you go to where they chop up the food?
Oh, Benihana?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But I'm just saying, John thought I was going to be on the opposite side of the fence with that. Then he says, well, we have no video to do. I said, no, that's not true. We do, because I think it's an important point to bring up that people always want to pick things apart. But I, as a whole, and I tend not to do generalizations. So as a whole, no, I don't think America is racist. Do we have racist tendencies? Hell yeah. And everybody knows that. So that's my That's my take on that whole thing.
And I think too, if you look at all the countries in this world, who can tell me a country that doesn't have any prejudice or racism in it? There's always, and if it's not about the color of somebody's skin, it's going to be religion. There is always going to be some issue or something that's going to trigger that type of response. But I as soon as I heard the question, I knew 100% basically what my response is going to be no. And I know a lot of people may say, well, come on, John, you're a white guy. What kind of racism do you have or have you experienced? But I can honestly say, probably, what is it? How long we know one another? 15 years.
Coming up on 15 years and we've known each other, folks.
And in 15 years, that's a short trip through paradise. We talk about way too long. In them 15 years, I can say, yes, we have experienced a lot of prejudice. Some may call it racism. But with that being said, we've met a lot of nice people. And we've been, blessed to actually, for those relationships and stuff like that. So I don't think that you can paint the whole country as being racism or racist. I think you basically have to just look at each individual thing as it comes along. But like I said, if somebody can tell me a country that isn't prejudiced or racist against the color of somebody's skin or their religion, I don't think you're going to find one. And it's not that those countries per se are racist, but each country is always going to have its own issues because just people in general. You're never going to get, everyone in the world to agree about everything. And that's my take on that.
Right. And it's kind of like, to me, I mean, everything isn't always all,
black or white.
Right. It's always gray areas,
No
all or nothing. Like we did a video, if you want to break it down even further, like neighborhoods here in Philly. And we did videos where we said, oh, we feel that the Northeast is racist. Is everybody in the Northeast racist? Probably not. But overall, I think that's probably outside of maybe South Philly.
Well, I think too.
Probably,
you will run into issues in Fishtown and Kensington. I mean, I seen a thing back on the news where they were actually burning somebody's house down because they were an interracial couple in it.
Yeah, but the issue with Fishtown and Kensington had their own set of problems. That goes across what I always say, the socio-economic line, because we're not just talking about white people, black people, Asian people, Hispanics or whatever. If you're in Kensington, you could be of any color, but you're poor. So it's like if you stick everybody together, put them in a pot that's poor, are they really going to be probably fighting each other? They may, but nobody has anything. So what are you fighting? So, that to me, I think that crosses a different line. That's just not the color barrier. That's like social economics as far as people down there are concerned. Totally different story. But it's like you can't just say, oh well, this person or this section of the city. It's just, again, it's generalizations, and you can't say it's all or nothing. So with questions like that, and if people want to get mad at her with how she answered it when she said no, and they're like, well, how can you say that? 400 years or what? No is no. It just means that she's saying, in my opinion, not everyone in this country is a racist. John's not a racist. I didn't marry a racist. So how can you say everybody in this country is racist? Racist. It's just it doesn't follow through.
And that's what I think too. When it's
not logical.
Yeah, when you say the country is racist, you're basically including everyone in that pot.
And that's the way the question was posed to her. Now, people want to get all crazy and when they soapboxing all high and mighty, but to me, it's semantics. If you ask me that question, if it's phrased that way, then that's what my answer is going to be. But you can jump around it all you want in semantics or how it said, how she answered or whatever. Basically just comes down to, what the answer is, what she felt the answer was. And she said no. I don't blame her for it. You know, I don't think the whole country is either. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it, because, like I said, I think, and part of the issues, what it comes down to too, is you'll have certain media outlets, you'll have certain political parties, they thrive for that racist. What do they call that? What is the word I'm thinking of? It's like
commentary.
No, it's like oh God. That's an old person thing. There's a mental block. I'm gonna be running around looking for my underwear. Do you know where my underwear is?
Yeah, I answered that question.
Their agenda. That's them building interest, getting clicks for their network, or what if they're on YouTube, or just people in general just tuning into their station, because racism, basically with the media and even when politics plays a big part in certain stations, certain political parties, they thrive on basically that's like what I always call feeding the lions red meat.
What?
Did you ever hear that? Feeding the lions red meat?
Did you just make that up?
No, that's a saying.
I think you just made that up.
I just heard somebody say slap a duck. I have no idea what the hell that means. But anyway, that's basically just a way to get people, up in arms and stuff. And I think a lot of times, that's just something that's it's a trigger for people. So it gets ratings, and like I said, certain political parties feel like it gets them votes to build that up. But in the end, basically, I would like to know, people who watch our channel, what are your feelings about it? Do you think America is a racist country? And if so, why? And if you like this video, give us 2 thumbs up and hit that notification. That's what they always say.
Slap that notification bell.
Smash it. You gotta say smash it.
I said smash.
Smash it!
Alright, so what else?
That's what we got for today.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I think that was a nice, video. You can tie it up in a nice little red bow. But yeah, let us know how you feel about that. We're always want to talk about controversial stuff, and
get some
we're
feedback.
We're here to get feedback, and we just want to know what you guys think about it. Let us know in the comments section. We like to. I like to debate anyway. I don't know about John.
I thought we were going to debate about that. I thought we were going to go neck bone to neck bone.
It was so funny though, because when I could tell the way he started talking about it, how he was gaining this momentum. And, he just kept going and going. I was waiting for, my little segue into it. And then he said, he'll always do this thing like, so how do you feel about that? And I said, no. And he was like, oh, wait, I got no video. What are we talking about? I said, again, it's plenty to talk about. We can talk about this. We can talk about this until the cows come home.
I think too, the reason I thought that though is because you told me a lot of stories about different things, either in the workplace or just basically growing up, that you've run into. So I won't say jaded, but I thought that you would be more hardened, to that fact where you may wind up going on that other side.
But if that's the question, I have to answer that question as no. Now, if the question had been phrased like, you as a person of color, do you feel racism exists in America? The answer to that would be yes.
Right.
It's the way the question was phrased. Like I said, it's semantics. How if it's phrased that way, then that would be yes. If it says all or nothing, like the question was, posed to her, then her answer was no, and my answer would be no. It's all on how you phrase the question. So.
And again, I think you could phrase that in any country in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
and the question is always, somebody's going to say, there are issues here or there.
Yeah, everybody has issues.
Yeah.
So, yeah, America's just not, notorious for that. So, yeah, let us know in the comments.
And is there any way you can get rid of that? Probably not. The only way maybe is to move out the country and live with the animals, but then the animals are trying to eat you.
Yeah, what did I say one time? The only way you'll get rid of racism is if, and again, you guys would probably laugh, but I did say this, is if aliens, and I do mean extraterrestrials.
That's next month's video.
If someone comes and attacks the human race as a whole, therefore we as humans would have to stick together, that'd be a different story. So again, laugh if you want, but that would be the only way I'd see the end of racism, is if we as a planet or as human beings itself are attacked. I don't care what color you are. That would be the only reason to make us stick together. So
you said attack. I was thinking about what is that? Living Dead, where he's in the graveyard, and the guy turns around and looks at you and says, "Barbara, they're coming to get you."
I bet he was going to say Mars Attacks, where they go.
No. Well, that actually probably would have been better.
Mars Attacks, yeah. All right, folks. So we're going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. We're glad to be back on here doing some videos. We're going to, we always say it, but things happen, so we don't get on here and, talk as much as we used to. But when we can throw out a video,
we got some good subjects coming up.
We do have some good
subjects coming up.
We're definitely going to do that. So thanks for watching, and what do we say?
God bless you all.
Peace and love.
Do the little finger thing.
Yay.